Hey, Virgo. Welcome home to this sacred space at Virgo. Um, please, Virgo, stop scrolling because what I'm about to reveal to you right now is going to make your blood run cold and then burn with clarity. Two women, and I'm seeing their energy so clearly. It's almost frightening. They have been working in the shadows, plotting, scheming, trying to destroy what you've built, trying to tarnish your name, and trying to pull you down to a level you will never occupy again. The Spirit just gave me their names, or at least the initials, and you're going to know exactly who they are the moment I describe their energy. So listen, really listen, because this is divine protection speaking directly to you. Okay, so before we go deeper into this, before I pull back the veil completely, I need you to do something with me right now. If you feel this message vibrating in your chest, if you know in your soul that you clicked on this video for a reason, hit that like button. Subscribe to Virgo because this is more than a channel. This is your spiritual shield. This is where the universe delivers truth when you need it most. And drop a comment, even just the word protected, so that we seal this energetic circle around you. This isn't just engagement, Virgo. This is a ritual. This is you telling the cosmos you're ready to see, you're ready to know, and you're ready to stand in your power. Okay, let's continue. So I'm pulling the first card to see who these women are, what their energy looks like, and oh my God, the Seven of Swords just flew out of the deck so fast it actually startled me. Look at this card, Virgo. There's a figure sneaking away from a camp in the dead of night, carrying 5 swords, tiptoeing like a thief, looking over their shoulder with this smug, almost twisted expression, and 2 swords are left stabbed in the ground behind them. The sky is this murky yellow, like false dawn, like the hour when shadows are deepest and truth is hardest to see. And what I'm getting, what's coming through so strongly, is that these 2 women operate exactly like this. They don't come at you directly. They don't have the courage for that. Instead, they move in the darkness. They whisper. They spread half-truths and full lies. They take what doesn't belong to them, your peace, your reputation, your energy, and they twist it into something unrecognizable. The Seven of Swords is the card of deception and betrayal, and Spirit is showing me that one of these women, her name starts with an S or a C. I'm hearing Sandra, Sarah, Sophia, or maybe Christina, Cassandra, Carol. And the other, I'm getting an M or a J sound, Maria, Michelle, Monica, or Jennifer, Jessica, Jade. You see, these initials might not be exact, but the energy signature is unmistakable. You know who they are. The moment I said those letters, something clicked in your mind. Maybe your stomach dropped. Maybe you felt a flash of anger or recognition. That's confirmation, Virgo. That's your intuition screaming, yes, I know exactly who this is about. And here's what the Seven of Swords is revealing about their methods. They smile to your face. They might even pretend to be neutral, to be your friend, or to be concerned about you. But behind closed doors, in private messages, in conversations you're not part of, they're painting you as the villain. They're taking your kindness and calling it manipulation. They're taking your success and calling it arrogance. They're taking your boundaries and calling you cold. Because Virgo, people who operate from the Seven of Swords energy can't stand to see someone living in their truth, living in their light, and refusing to play small. And you stopped playing small. You stopped shrinking. You stopped apologizing for taking up space. And that is what terrifies them. Let me pull deeper. Let me see what's driving them. What wound inside them is so infected that they need to try to infect you. And, okay, the Five of Pentacles just appeared and suddenly everything makes sense. Look at this card. Two figures walking through snow, injured, struggling, freezing, and right behind them is a stained glass window glowing with warmth and light. A church, sanctuary, abundance, but they're locked out. They're on the outside looking in. And Virgo, this is their core wound. These women feel spiritually and emotionally bankrupt. They feel like life has locked them out of the blessings, out of the warmth, and out of the abundance. And when they look at you, when they see you thriving, when they see you peaceful, magnetic, and aligned, it's like salt in their wound. The Five of Pentacles shows people who are suffering, but often suffering of their own making. They refuse to knock on the door. They refuse to ask for help. They refuse to do the inner work. Instead, they stand in the cold, bitter, resentful, and they point at people like you and say, it's not fair. She doesn't deserve it. She must have done something wrong to get it. And that bitterness, that poverty consciousness, it turns into sabotage. It turns into gossip. It turns into attempts to destroy what they can't create for themselves. You see, hurt people, and these two women are deeply, deeply hurt. But instead of healing, they're trying to make you bleed. So let me see what they've actually been doing, what actions they've taken against you. I'm shuffling. And the Three of Swords just landed. And oh, Virgo, this confirms it. Three swords piercing a heart, rain falling from dark clouds, and the energy of this card is heartbreak, betrayal, and painful words. And what Spirit is showing me is that these women have been using words as weapons. They've been spreading rumors. They've been twisting your truth. They've been trying to turn people against you. The Three of Swords represents the pain of being stabbed in the back by people you thought were safe, or at least neutral. And I'm hearing that they might have gone to mutual friends, to colleagues, to family members even, and planted seeds of doubt about you. Listen, I'm getting very specific information here. One of them has been playing the victim. She's been crying, acting hurt, saying that you wronged her somehow. But Virgo, you know the truth. You know you set a boundary. You know you walked away from toxicity. You know you chose yourself. And she can't handle that. So she's rewritten the story. She's made herself the innocent one and you the aggressor. And the other woman, she's been the amplifier. She takes what the first one says and spreads it wider. She adds her own venom. She validates the lies. Together, they're like an echo chamber of destruction, feeding off each other's bitterness and building a false narrative that has nothing to do with who you actually are. But here's what they don't understand. Here's what the Three of Swords is really showing. Those swords, they're not in your heart, Virgo. They tried to pierce you, but you're protected. The swords are actually in their own hearts. Every lie they tell, every rumor they spread, every moment they spend obsessing over you instead of healing themselves, it's just driving the pain deeper into their own chest. They think they're hurting you, but they're destroying themselves. They think they're winning, but they're losing their own peace, their own integrity, and their own soul alignment. And the universe sees everything. Let me pull what's going to happen to them, what justice looks like. And okay, the tower just came crashing down, and Virgo, oh, this is divine intervention. Look at this card. A tower being struck by lightning, the crown at the top falling, people tumbling from the windows. Everything they built on lies, everything they constructed from jealousy and malice, it's about to come crumbling down. The tower is the hand of God saying enough. It's the universe saying you can't build anything real on a foundation of deception. And these two women, their schemes, their plots, their little alliance of toxicity, it's about to be exposed. It's about to be destroyed. And it's going to happen suddenly, violently, and publicly. I'm seeing that The truth is going to come to light in a way they can't control. Maybe someone they confided in is going to expose them. Maybe their own words are going to be screenshot and shared. Maybe their behavior is going to become so obvious that even people who believe them will start to see through the illusion. But however it happens, the tower energy doesn't leave room for hiding. It destroys the false so that only truth remains standing. And Virgo, you don't even have to do anything. You don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to prove anything. The universe is handling this. Your job is to stay in your light, to keep building, to keep rising, and to watch from a distance as their house of cards collapses. Now, let me see where you are in all of this, what your energy looks like right now. And the Queen of Swords appeared, and Virgo, this is you. This is your power right now. Look at this queen sitting high on her throne, holding a sword upright, her other hand extended as if to say stop or speak your truth. Her face is calm, but her eyes are sharp. She's been through pain. She's been through betrayal. She knows what it's like to be lied about, to be misunderstood, and to be attacked by people who are beneath her. But she doesn't descend to their level. She doesn't engage in the mud. She stays elevated. She stays clear. She uses her sword, her discernment, and her truth to cut through the nonsense. And Spirit is saying this is exactly the energy you need to hold. Don't react. Don't defend. Don't give them the satisfaction of knowing they got to you. The Queen of Swords knows that silence is power. She knows that people who are secure in their truth don't need to shout it. She knows that time reveals everything. And Virgo, you've already won. Not because you fought them, but because you refused to play their game. You stayed in your integrity. You kept your peace. You didn't let their poison infect your spirit. And that is the ultimate victory. Let me pull one more card. Let me see what's coming for you after this. What's waiting on the other side of this drama. And, Virgo, the star just appeared, and I'm getting emotional because this is so beautiful. Look at this woman kneeling naked by the water, completely vulnerable but completely safe, pouring water from 2 vessels, and above her 8 stars are shining. 1 large bright star in the center, surrounded by 7 smaller ones. The sky is deep blue, peaceful, and infinite, and everything about this card is hope, renewal, divine blessings, healing after the storm. The star comes after the tower. It comes after destruction. And it says, you survived, you're still here. And now the universe is going to pour blessings into your life that are so abundant, so unexpected, and so aligned with your true worth that you're going to look back on this moment and thank God for every enemy, for every betrayal, and for every person who tried to dim your light. Because their attacks didn't break you. They refined you. They forced you to stand so firmly in your truth that nothing can shake you now. I'm seeing new opportunities coming, new connections, new levels of success, people who genuinely see you, who appreciate you, and who celebrate you. And those 2 women, they're going to watch from the sidelines as you shine brighter than ever. And that is the real karma. Not their tower moment, but your star moment. Not their downfall, but your rise. Because Virgo, you were never in competition with them. You were never on their level. You were always meant for more. So here's what I need you to do. Here's how you protect yourself moving forward. First, cut the energetic cords. Visualize scissors cutting any connection between you and these women. You don't need to hate them. You don't need to curse them. You just need to release them. Second, stop checking on them. Stop looking at their social media. Stop asking mutual friends about them. Every time you give them attention, even negative attention, you're feeding the cord. Let them go completely. Third, fortify your energy. Protect your space. Be mindful of who you share your plans with, your dreams with, and your vulnerabilities with. Not everyone deserves access to you. And finally, trust the process. Trust that justice is being handled on a level you can't see. Trust that the universe has your back. Trust that you are protected, guided, and loved by forces far greater than any human enemy. The Seven of Swords women, they're operating in darkness, but you're walking in light, and light always, always wins. So hold your head high, Virgo. Keep building your empire. Keep nurturing your peace. Keep being the Queen of Swords who refuses to be shaken. Because while they're obsessing over you, you're becoming legendary. And that is the greatest revenge of all.